Was just trying to go live a few seconds ago. So if you clicked on here um, and you couldn't hear me, I'm sorry. I think I have that. I think I have that. Look at what my dog did. Let me turn this around. She dropped it in this hole. Does your dog try to stick things where they can't reach it and then expect you to get them out? My dog does that on purpose all the time. I'm just waiting a few minutes for someone to come on for me to talk to. And if you do come on and click here, please let me know if you can hear me talking. I waited a bit today because all my neighbors are making a lot of noise with different power tools of one sort or another. So I tried to wait a while before I came out to talk with you. And like I said, the first time I did it, there was no sound. And I'm still waiting to find someone to answer me and let me know if they can hear me. But I'll give it a couple more minutes for someone to come on, and then we'll start our little tour. I want to do a short, quick, what's blooming now tour, and I need to stay a little bit close to my house because I've been having problems with the clarity of the videos. It's been very grainy, and I'm trying to overcome that. So if you have any tips for going live, any things that I can do to try to improve the Wi-Fi. I tried to do it without using Wi-Fi and just using my Google Fi, which is my carrier, and that wasn't any better. So hopefully you can hear me and you can see me. So I'm going to go on with the tour, what I wanted to show you today. And that was actually my butterfly weed, which is out here on the front. Well, I have it all over the garden because it seeds itself pretty easily. You have to watch this plant because it can get away from you. But it is Asclepias, and here it's also a great host plant to other insects. That's a ladybug. It's going to be a ladybug. I need to look up what that is called. It's on the tip of my tongue. If you know what it is, let me know in the comments. But this is Asclepias. It's a species. I did not plant this when it first started growing at Gracegarden, but I left it to seed because I know that it's the only. Here, let's look at this bee for a minute. I know that it's the only host food source plant for the monarch butterfly caterpillars. I have a friend in Louisiana, Rachel, from West Coast Butterfly Gardening, and she will tell you lots of information about plants to attract and aid butterflies and other beneficial insects. But these here are my Asclepias, my butterfly weed, and they may not look like really, flowery flowers, what you'd say, oh, that's a beautiful flower. But it is very interesting, and it has the most intoxicating fragrance. It's a thick, heavy honey scent, which explains all the bees. But I really love growing this plant, and it comes up all over the garden. See, it's over here on this side. And like I said, you really have to, well, I have this vine that I'm constantly pulling, but you have to keep control of it because it will get away from you. And hello out there, the person watching. Can you let me know if you can hear me? Because I wanted to go live before, and the sound wasn't working. So hello there. Thank you for joining me here at Gracegarden. Me and Freya, who's demanding that I throw the bowl that the piece of a bowl that she found in the yard. But I just showed my butterfly weed, which I grow to feed the monarch butterflies, and there's some of it. But I'm going to continue on now and show you most of the color in the garden. And if I'm going to say what's blooming now, this is it right here, the butterfly weed. There's a couple of straggly roses. But this is really the May gap, even though it's early June. This is the May gap when you kind of have a lull between the spring flowers and the summer things really haven't put on their gusto. So pots and annuals are pretty much the best way to keep that summer color or that garden color going. And I splurged this year and got myself some annual potted things. So I wanted to show you. And I also have some seeds going here, which I just brought out recently. So I've been taking really good care to keep them hydrated and not give them too much sun. They're still getting acclimated to being outside. But I think I have some of all the different things. I only have 2 painted daisies right there. Let me throw this ball for her. I only have 2 painted daisies. I've been trying to grow them for a while and haven't been able to. But I have some portulaca. And I'm sorry that I don't have a lot of flowers right now, but there's buds, and it did have a lot of flowers a couple days ago. We have had weather temperatures almost 90 degrees one day and 45 the next. So it's been a little bit of a roller coaster as far as the weather goes. But I did get some of these salvias because I have hummingbirds, and they've been coming. They like the sage, but the sage is finished now. That was a row of purple out there, which you saw if you looked at any of my other videos. But I've got this snow frost, the proven winners plant. It's a euphorbia, I think. And this portulaca and a lantana in here. Oh, I'm sorry about the dog. And this lantana here, which is gonna have a lot of buds here. I have to pinch off these. You should always deadhead, no matter what the plant is. It can't hurt. Deadhead, and you'll get more flowers, especially on something that you're growing as an annual. But I've got also seed. I started from seed is this Thumbergias, and that's a vine, a very delicate, pretty little vine that's gonna grow up that. Where else did I have some? Oh, I have some Thumbergia, and here's one little one that made it right here. Oh, you're going the wrong way, buddy. You got to come up this way. That's going to grow up here. So that I grew from seed, that little Thumbergia. There's a nasturtium. I planted a lot of nasturtium seeds in here, and I only have one. And I planted, and here's 2 more. So there was a whole packet of seeds that I scattered among the pots here, and I only have 3 nasturtiums to speak of. This dianthus, pink, garden pink, I guess it's really a pink. You'd call it a pink, and it's pink. They come in all kinds of colors, but this is 3 years old. Every year I take this pot in, and this is a tough plant if it's been able to survive that. And I have some kalanchoes that came back. I have another kalanchoe over here in my bicycle basket that's starting to flower again, and a begonia and asparagus fern. I like to have a couple asparagus ferns. I have one over there too, because they're really good for making corsages. If someone needs a corsage at the last minute, I always have something to use. And this New Guinea impatient, I really bought that because I want to try to take cuttings off of this and see if I can make a whole bunch of them, because that's supposed to be a really, really easy plant to propagate. So we're going to see if that's true, and I will let you know about that. So this is the pots that I have. I also have this little hosta, which I've had for a long time in this pot out here through the frozen solid winters covered with snow, and it is a faithful plant. I really want to divide that up and plant that in the garden somewhere, because it's a tiny leaved plant, and it's got a limey color to it, which I'm drawn to that limey color. And I also wanted to show you this plant right here. Let me back up the camera a little bit and show you. This is a datura, which I shared in past videos when it was healthy and had flowers on it. But I didn't give up, and it's got new growth coming on it. And I had to cut it back because it was sprawling, and there was no way for me to get it in a sunny window because it was so sprawling. So I cut it down to try to encourage it to be a little bushier. And I put the pieces I cut off of it in a bucket of water just to see what would happen. And they're also starting to sprout, and there's roots coming. Can you see the roots coming on those? They have roots down there. See the roots? So I'm really excited that there's sprouts on those. So I thought I lost my datura, and instead of losing it, I'm probably going to have a much healthier plant and a couple extras to boot. So I'm thankful for that. That was pretty much all that I had to share with you today. That was all sorry. That was all I had to share with you today. And I really appreciate you out there. There's people from all over the world, and it really, I'm honored, and it's so cool. I love YouTube. I was recently on a YouTube meetup with some Pennsylvania outdoor hiking and people that love nature just like me. And it was a really, really amazing experience to make friends with people that are like-minded and that love YouTube too, that like to share their experiences. Some of them really are so talented. So check out my Swatara video that I recently posted, and in the description is a list of other YouTubers, and you really need to check their channels out. I really enjoyed meeting them in person. They're genuine people and friendly, and I highly recommend their channels. So I'm gonna leave you here, and I hope that you have a wonderful week. I'm going to try to do this again next Sunday. So probably in the afternoon, 12 to 1 o'clock, I'm going to shoot for maybe. I tried to do it in the morning, and now I'm going to try to do it in the afternoon. And you let me know when is a good time for you. So thank you so much. I appreciate you. Give me a like and make sure you're subscribed. That is my favorite thing. The like really is important to YouTube, and the subscribe is really important to me. So thank you. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful week. Bye now.